thermal sound waves. Thermal sound waves, the natural alternative to fast food radio. We are here, C.Truth, Kev Lawrence. That's what it is, man. We got a guest joining us right now. We've known this brother for a while. He's a veteran. He's done his moves through the entertainment industry on many different levels, and he has a particular situation he has going down right now. Outside of that, on his own independent business, which we love to support here on Thermal Sound Waves, of course. So
he's making moves out here.
Exactly. On and on and on. We got none other than the Ock.
We call him the Ock.
Exactly. Not Akinelli, for those that might be thinking we talk about Akinelli.
It's the Ock.
This is a different Ock.
It's the brother right here. Good man.
What's going on, man?
Yes, it is I. They actually call me Doc Ock. Anybody listening? So, but what's good, everybody?
Doc Ock. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with you, let people know a little bit about yourself and your history.
Man, I've been in this music business for quite some time. It's been a couple of years. I started out as an intern at Universal Records. I worked my way up, got hired as an A&R. First project was Chameleonaire when he had Riding Dirty, and then I was able to work under the Cash Money projects. So I was seeing it all from Lil Wayne when he had Carter 2, Carter 3, all the way up to when he built up Young Money and Drake and Nicki and everything.
Inception.
All that in between. And just had my own business with a booking agency, worked at a tech company, bounced back and forth, working with a lot of independent artists, and now currently working the distro side of music business with Symphonic Distribution.
Wow. Now, before we get to your business ventures, and we're going to focus on that in particular, I just had a question in regards to, back then in the music industry, and what did you see or what do you feel was the thing that made people like Lil Wayne and Nicki and them have continued success for years down the road? What did you see in them early?
Wayne was a hustler, He just kept attacking. He knew how to navigate the business and link up with other artists just in various regions just to keep expanding the Cash Money brand. Plus, he was just really positioning himself as trying to be the best rapper alive. So because of that, sort of like a Jay-Z, he was, collaborating with artists in other regions, which allowed his meteoric rise to slowly grow into what he became.
Now, we're dealing with that. I know with the whole Cash Money and everything, they had that real split where it was more so it was like a P&D deal, like what they call that, P&D? Like
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, like 80-20. They had like the last great deal for entertainers with
After Master P.
After Master P, correct. Yeah.
Yes, shout out to Master P, who set laid that platform out for everybody.
Yeah, I even think 40 Glock had that deal as well too, even though he didn't come out like that, but he had a deal like that also. So how was the transition from being with that major side, non-independent, to you stepping out and dealing with Symphonic?
It was a transition. It wasn't overnight. I mean, it kind of was like I just was guided into that direction because even when I left the majors, I was still working with artists that were on the majors or independent labels. But as time evolved with the transitioning of physical sales to digital sales, and then from digital sales to streams, a lot of artists now were coming in and out of deals. They were becoming a little more educated about ownership of masters and things of that nature. So now there's a bigger push with people using distro labels because the gatekeepers they're still there, right? But it's evolved because before you could only listen to music a certain way, radio. You can only buy it from certain places, a store and things of that nature. But now you can discover music any possible way due to the internet, social media, YouTube, and all these various outlets, which the gatekeepers can't block all those. So because of that, now fans are able to connect with an artist directly and vice versa. And that's where a distro platform like a Symphonic comes into play because it allows the artist, and it doesn't have to just be the artist, it could be the label, whoever, but it allows these clients to put out music directly to their fan base and be able to use the same lanes or avenues that the major record labels use. So it's almost like I adding this piece to my, because I've done a lot in this music business, but now learning the distro side, it's like when Thanos was collecting that last ring. And now, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm learning it all, marketing. I've done A&R. I've worked on the touring side. I've worked with artists that had deals with major publishing companies. So many different things that I've tapped and touched into. So now this is another side of the business, which it seems coincidentally everybody's pushing into this now, because now the majors, they're now trying to tap into this because there's a lot of money being made. So this is why you see a lot of majors now. They're either pushing their distros, labels into the forefront. They're bringing some back to life. They're actually partnering or buying some. You see like Empire partnering with Universal. So there's a lot of, everybody wants to get into that space because everybody's in there now. You're either going to start there on your way to the majors, or you're going to leave the majors and you're going to go to the distro side. So now they work kind of hand in hand.
Now with Symphonic and the whole distribution game, what are some of the major keys and the major elements that you have to provide or have to get done with your business on a regular basis?
On our side, or like the artist client side? When you say needs to get done, who, meaning what Symphonic needs to get done?
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole Symphonic business as a whole, like overall, not just one particular lane. Or you could briefly talk about, or just name just particular areas. You don't have to go into detail into each area if it's a lot of different ones.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is we provide digital distribution. We can also do physical, but that's more of a niche thing these days. But surprisingly, physical record sales are on the rise, right? Still niche, yes, but it's still on the rise. But that's another topic. But we provide digital distribution to all the major DSPs around the world, not just the U.S. And not because most people only pay attention to Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal or something. But there's so many. Out there. Yeah, there's so many of them that I can't even remember all the names of them, because there's some that just are exclusive to certain markets, because a lot of markets don't have Spotify. Even though I did just read an article over the weekend, Spotify has now added 80 new markets. So they still have work to do, but there's still places that just don't have it. And then there's some places that don't have data service, so they can't really stream things. So, but that's another topic. But we provide that. We also provide marketing services, which a lot of distros have been trying to do that, which some people call it like record label type of services. But yes, we can market and promote your and pitch your music to the DSPs to get you into the playlist on Spotify and Apple Music. We also do marketing strategies, ad campaigns, so you can be able to maximize the growth and get the release out there and support it by running ads, not just on YouTube, but you can also run them on actually Spotify as well. We can also do campaigns for influencer marketing, because now, of course, TikTok is popular, obviously Instagram, things of that nature. And then we also are one of the few distro labels that do video distribution, where not only can you distribute your video to YouTube, we can distribute it to Apple Music, Tidal, Facebook Premium.
Wow.
There's some even unique ones in South America. Because we initially started, our bread and butter was the Latin market and EDM. And I don't know if you're familiar with the artist Bad Bunny, but he was with us all the way up till he got his deal with Sony. So essentially we broke it. Yes. So
Bad Bunny is actually the premier Latin market artist.
Yes, he started out with us.
He is the go-to guy. Like there's a lot. Trust me, there's a lot of them out there. But that guy, Bad Bunny, the people that's behind him, which was you guys that was dealing with him, pushed him to the limit where he is beyond.
So you gotta understand, Sony had to give them a back because his label went through us, but the label, you gotta think all those millions and millions, hundreds of millions of streams that he was getting.
Yeah,
that was all independent. They own those masters. So they were killing it. So, when it was time for them to take that deal with Sony, it's like, hey, it makes nothing but sense.
And there's
And there's no love lost
in Latin America and Latin cities in Latin America. So you just imagine how many clicks or how many streams that is.
Yeah, we have all offices in Bogota, and another one in South America as well. So we're slowly expanding. Our headquarters originated in Tampa, Florida. Then we later opened one in New York City, which was out in Brooklyn and Williamsburg area. Then Nashville, then Bogota, Colombia, and we're still expanding. So we're 100% independent. We don't go through any label. So we have a nice strategy that has allowed us to continue to build and grow. And over the past few years, we've been expanding strong, with a little more emphasis into the hip hop R&B section. And that's where I come into play because I oversee this. So that's my goal, is to keep building the hip hop genre, building that roster out, supporting our clients. And anybody can't sign up here. So it's not like a United Masters or TuneCore or something, or DistroKid. Like, there is an approval process for somebody to have distribution with us.
It's Thermal Sound Waves. We are here with Doc Ock, of course, one of the premier heads of Symphonic that does distribution, marketing, placement. There's a whole many different things in regards to having your art out and getting out to the masses so that you can actually profit off of it and make a living off of it. Right here on the program with us, C.Truth, Kev Lawrence, that's what it is.
Yep.
As you've been hearing, he's one of the people responsible for the success of Bad Bunny. And if you know who that is, that's huge. That's large. And they started with him from the infancy, from the baby stages all the way on up. So what are some of the things you mentioned you can't just come through Symphonic, excuse me. Like, there are some things that you need to have or you need to do. What are some of the qualifications and some of the requirements that you need before someone can say, hey, Symphonic is a great company. They do some great things. I need to, use the service or have that service. What are some of the things that you look for?
Good question. And before I begin, I just want to backtrack and say I want to give credit to the Symphonic team for breaking Bad Bunny. That was before my time per se, but we did a great job, and now they brought me on to oversee the hip hop and R&B.
See, now he's such a team player. He could let that ride, but Doc Ock is such a team player.
Right.
Like how he always been a team player, where he makes sure that the credit goes to the whole and not the individual.
Yes.
No, it's a team effort, and that's why we win, because we don't try to take in too much clientele, because one of the differences between us and other distributors, you're not competing with a lot of people on the platform. Yes, we have tens of thousands of clients, but we also have a select few that's our priority clients. And this goes into the question about, we do have limited access as far as somebody getting onto the service. I can't say there's a certain criteria. It mostly you just have to look like you're doing something. Not that we would turn somebody down. That's
say what it is, bro. Say what it is.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not against anybody that's just starting out. It's their first record ever, because we have people that it's their first record ever, but there has to be context to it. Meaning, it might be their first song, but the label they're signed to is who has distribution with us, or maybe the manager they're with has some experience in the music business. So there's the context with that. But if you're brand new, never done anything, not saying you couldn't sign with us, but we just have to see what the music sound like, see what your following looks like, things of that nature. We do try to work with clients and artists, and we're always grateful for anybody interested in the platform. But we try to choose more quality over quantity.
Right, exactly. Now, do you also deal with placement in television shows, TV programs, films, motion pictures, and all that kind of stuff as well?
Yes, we have a sync arm or a subsidiary within the company. It's called Bodega. I'm sure you guys know what that is if you're from New York, but if you don't, yes, that's it.
Bodega, why happy, my friend?
Yeah,
corner store.
but yes,
right.
Bodega is the sync division, which we've had placements in televisions, commercial, film, and it's something that we're actively doing. Those deals are separate from the distro deal. You could, in theory, have a sync deal with us and not have your music being distributed by us. Meaning you could be signed somewhere else, but you come to us to have your music placed in various other media formats. But yes, we do provide that.
Has there been? I'm sure that there hasn't, but has there been like a major player, major artist, or someone, whoever that have looked to go the other way, as you mentioned before, coming off of a major and going through a service like Symphonic?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that have came through here for various reasons, through the various services we have.
Can you mention
even
them?
currently, currently right now, I've worked with Jermaine Dupri when he released the record Change, which he released that around the election season, which Biden and Harris actually used that record. It was like a We Are the World 2020. It had Neo, Junta Austin, almost Common. It was a lot of top tier artists on that record. So he came to us with that. It was nice. Which was partnered with the charity organization Social Change, which that's led by Dwayne Wade, Carmela Anthony, and CP3, and a couple other folks. We have the great Dallas Austin. He's one of our clients. If you know Atlanta, know the sound, you'll know who Dallas Austin is.
He was also featured in the Hip Hop Uncovered.
Yes. Very good series. Very good series. Big up to KK Roseman, who was also in there too.
KK, which was also your co-worker at one point.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. So a small circle. But yeah, Dallas, we also launched his own distro platform, which is DAD, which is short for Dallas Austin Distribution. And we're slowly about to launch that. We've done a soft launch just to work with a select few, but we're about to launch that on a bigger scale. Look, we've had Marshmello come through here. We've had Waka Flocka come through here. I can't think of all the people there's a lot of people that came through the platform at some point in time.
Right.
There's a lot of new talent that's coming through. We also touch into Afro house.
Nice.
We have an African label called Deep Root. They do a lot of dance music remixes. A lot of popular producers and DJs come through their label, and it's not solely just African music. It's pure dance or dirty bass. There's a lot of unique, dope stuff that comes out of that label. We have Melanie Thornton, used to be with the Pussycat Dolls. She's another one that uses our service that I'm mentioning some of my clients, no bias. But
that's cool.
You're supposed to do your thing. It's you. You earned
it. There's so I'm just giving them all shout outs and everything. I know some of them will kill me like, hey, why don't you shout me out? But we got TAOG. He's what was that?
You can blame it on us. Don't worry about it. And they'll be like, oh, we know Kev. We know C. It's all right. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
I don't want to bang you all in the head with all the artists and rosters. But we just had Onyx. They recently joined us, so they're bringing over their catalog, and we're also preparing to release their next project.
Nice.
So and then there's a lot of new talent. Isaiah Haran, he's another dope artist. We got District 21. He's the son of a OG rapper in the game. He doesn't want everybody to know that yet, but if you know something, he's from the West Coast. Hint. So I'll let everybody figure that out. But he got a dope sound. He doesn't rely on his father's name. He's actually doing his own thing. He just had some new music released, and a lot of press, and everybody's starting to pick up behind that. So we don't just focus only on older artists or labels, but we also behind building artists. There's another bilingual artist out of New York, Deani Six. She just had a release with Mariah Lynn. It's a dope song. She's a dope upcoming artist, can spit and sing English or Spanish, So
Nice.
there's a lot of things that we're working on and looking to build over the next year.
The thing that it's Thermal Soundman's Radio, we're here with Doc Ock, C.Truth, Kev Lawrence. One of the things that
And shout out to Josh Stone. That's another one.
Josh
from Long
Stone.
Island.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's from Long Island. So yes, there's a lot of names and labels and entities here.
I understand. Some of you might be mad he forgot your names. You hear.
But Symphonic is doing it. That's the bottom line.
That's all. Yeah. One thing that we want to say, because me and C was talking about you, and it's always a blessing when you could call your peoples beyond last minute, be like, we're gonna do something, and knowing we got the overlord in the back, like, you know what, I'll give you a couple of minutes with them, but then you got to go back to what you got to do, which is cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to the overlord. You know what I mean? So
yes.
The thing that we appreciate about our peoples, which you in particular, is that you stay true to the essence of really helping people and giving them more opportunities and options in this entertainment business. You are one of the unsung heroes of many things that people see now. People see the final product, but they don't know about the things in its inception or its trial periods. And many people will probably walk right past you and be like, "Excuse me, I want to get to the hero. I want to get to the superstar," not realizing that you are the superstar. You are the MVP. You are the hero. So shout out to you, and shout out to Coach Rachel LeBlanc, because she's in the same position as well. Y'all was like a cubicle away from each other in the beginning over the Universal. That's Coach Rachel. That's a big sis. And it's people like y'all that make these things happen. And when people win their awards and everything, it's certain names that they don't say. And it's fine. But we know who you are, and that's why I was like, let's get in contact with our guy. And we've been down since for a long time, very, very long time.
Oh yeah,
so we're happy for you.
Back when I used to do street team and work with getting records to DJs,
the essence of marketing,
putting up flyers on poles.
Yeah.
The essence of marketing, no doubt. So one last question, and then we're gonna get you out because I know you got to run. Do you Symphonic also does placement and distribution for like things like 2K Sports, NBA Live, like Madden, FIFA, and all that as well? The video game, electronic game market?
Yes, when those type of campaigns and opportunities come through, yes. We actually we recently did a deal with Activision and transferred some of their catalog over to us recently. So a lot of companies are starting to know about Symphonic. We're putting the work in. We got our sleeves rolled all the way up, damn near to my shoulders now. So, I'm about to rip them off in a second. But, we get busy. And there's a lot of hunger here. We're trying to make a name for ourselves. I'm hungry. I'm still got a lot of work to do to show the world what I can do, not just what I did, but what I can do. And we're just going to keep growing.
No question.
And yes, shout out to Rachel. It's always good to see my people's, everybody doing their thing.
Yes, sir.
So, like yourself, man, we know a lot of the same peoples. And, I've seen you came up for a long time, man. Ralph McDaniels, all of that, And now you still stomping the ground, still putting that work in, man. So salute to you and your whole team up there.
Definitely, man. It's. I think it was always just a group of us that knew we were going to make it, and as long as we stay true to who we are, every now and then shoot a text, shoot a like, shoot a comment underneath our pages, we know we still here. So shout out to you, man.
Nah, same here, man. I gotta give you your flowers, and I thank you for giving me my flowers, because a lot of us don't get that love while we're here and in our prime. So, and it's also about passing the knowledge to the next generation. And if anybody listening, if you are in position, don't forget your circle. And if anything, just send a text message just to check on somebody, because it can go a long way.
Absolutely. Doc Ock, folks, from the company, the business Symphonic. If you need that distribution, digital and otherwise, on many different platforms and areas, this is a key thing these days in getting your art out there and, making a living. So definitely get with Doc Ock and Symphonic. Doc, let them know where they can get in contact with you, where they could, find out more about Symphonic and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, you can go to Symphonic Distribution. If you're on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, I'm on there, amazing_Doc_Ock. And amazing is spelled AMZN, like Amazon. But I also want to shout out Jorge Brea. That's the CEO of Symphonic. He believed in me and gave me a chance to really build something up. And Nick Gordon and even Alexis Rose by standing by my side. And and shout out to
Don't Want to Be Left Out.
Yeah.
We still play that song. Don't Want to Be Left Out. Beautiful song.
And also shout out to Jermaine Dupri. He taking me under the wing, and we're working together on some things. And it's good to be embraced by legends and the new generation. And also shout out to LA to go as artists on Def Jam.
That's what's up. Definitely, man.
We gotta get JD and Dallas Austin on him.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Dallas, that's my man. Shout out to Dallas Austin. We got work to do with the DAD. But I could be on here all day with shout outs.
No. We got to get you out here because you were given permission to come outside for a little bit, but now you got to go back in. So
we don't want to be responsible for the backlash for all that.
Not responsible for that.
No. Just let me know when I can listen to this.
Yes.
I need a link. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, coffee, whatever.
And shout out to the warden. We want to make sure we give a shout out to the warden.
No doubt, man.
So it's all good.
Well, listen, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, afternoon, and all that, man. Doc Ock, good peoples, man. Mr. Amazing doing this thing, with Symphonic. Make sure y'all check that out, man. And if you need some distribution and you need to get your art out there, man, that's the route to go.
You better.
Yes.
Smart.
Hey, y'all know we're the best show of the game right now. Y'all listen to it right now.
Boom. There it is. Appreciate that. All right, man. We're going to get up with you.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to y'all. Y'all stay blessed.
Yes, sir. Send me that text. Peace. I want to know who that person behind that man's father. Send me that text. Stop playing.
Okay. All right, man. I got to go.
All right, man. Peace. Thermal sound waves, a natural alternative to fast food radio. Thermal sound wave.